Me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail. We're going to enforce the law, period.
Tonight, Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, threatens to put the Democratic mayor of Denver in jail. This comes after the mayor, who's my next guest, talked about resisting federal forces trying to carry out mass deportations, saying, quote, more than us having the Denver Police Department stationed at the county line to keep them out, you would have 50,000 Denverites there. It's like the Tiananmen Square moment with the rose and the gun.
Yo, time out. Matter of fact, keep going.
Homan firing back on Fox News.
Me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail. We're going to enforce the law, period. And they're not going to stop us.
Yo, this dude is hilarious, man. He's going to give us some classic clips. Tom Homan is going to give us some classic clips and quotes. I really believe that. But why are the Denver mayor, going back to what he said initially about the Denver mayor, he said that there'll be 50,000 Denverites out here defending the migrants. Which are you talking about? So there's going to be 50,000 of the people. Are the people that live in those apartments that have been taken over by gangs in Colorado, or are those people going to be standing up to say you can't deport these people? Like these, they have to create so much fear mongering when it comes to this migrant crisis that they don't even realize. Like, imagine the arrogance. You create a problem where even the people that support you are saying like, yo, this is a problem and it needs to be fixed. You ignore it, and not only ignore it, now you're saying that when you had every opportunity, you still have every opportunity right now to go in and figure out the problem and deport some of the people that shouldn't be there, deport the guy that just like Alvin Bragg's assistant, the one that just assaulted her sexually and stole, I believe, her purse. The guy that I think he'd been arrested 5 times already, but because it's a sanctuary city, they could not report that person to ICE. They could not deport that person. So the people in your party are saying like, yo, we're not okay with this. But the arrogance in your mind is to say, we're going to defend them. And not only are we going to defend them, but those same people, my supporters that say that this is a problem that we created, that we did not even make a real gesture, in my opinion, to actually try to solve what's going on right now. They're just trying to keep the people here. To me, it just shows arrogance, how delusional these people are, and how much they take for granted their supporters. Can you imagine complaining about something like, yo, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and then the person that you're voting for is saying like something just totally different. Like, it's like, oh, no, that's right. And you're going to also support it. It's like, nah, bro, like you're supposed to represent the people and push the agendas based on what we believe in. And they have just they have it backwards. They have it backwards.
All right, joining me now, the Denver Mayor, Mike Johnston. So Mayor Johnston, you heard what he said. You got something in common. You're willing to go to jail. He's willing to put you there. He says he's going to enforce the law. Are you willing to go to jail over this?
You know, I think there are thoughtful ways to solve this problem.
All right, sweetheart. Yeah, all that tough talk. Save all that tough talk. I'm willing to go to jail. Like, stop it. You see how Trump got these folks? Yeah, Trump got them scrambling. The Democrats are figuring out, they're trying to figure out how to be cool. You know how like something like, let's say somebody does something and it's in style, but then it goes out of style. And now that person is trying to figure it out. Like, yo, how do we figure it? It's like, now we're at it. Like, we're trying to figure this out. That's what they have. They have a product that has gone out of style and they have no idea how to deal with it. Like somebody all right. So this is the difference. I'm gonna tell y'all the difference. So there's some people that are just cool being themselves. They dress how they want to dress. They don't care. It could be funky. Everybody else could think it's ugly, corny. They don't care. They're confident in it. Those people and trends obviously come and go. So there's going to be a certain point in time where how that person dresses is going to be more in, more light, more cool, more acceptable, whatever it may be. they're going to always be cool, though, whether it's in or not. They still confident in it. Like, yo, I've been told y'all this was hot. Are y'all not feeling it no more? Still hot to me. But then there's the other person that just tries to chase fads, that just is always trying to figure out what's cool. They don't know. They don't have their own identity. They just try to move based on what they think is cool to everybody, or what everybody thinks is cool. That's how they try to dress. That person is always going to be searching. That person is, and that's, to me, is what the Democrats are doing. They are so out of touch. There's no foundation that they stand on. Everything is just moving to try to figure out what's cool. What are the people liking right now? And when you're always trying to figure out what's cool, you, majority of the time, you're going to come across as not cool. And that's what we're seeing. Trump is being embraced effortlessly by just being himself. All of these Democrats candidates, I mean, think about it. They have to say things like they don't know what a woman is. They have to say things like boys should be playing sports against women. Like, these are the things that everything is an act with them, because they're always trying to move because they have to adjust based on, okay, what's the new victim group? Okay, that's okay. What are we pushing? What's the fear mongering tactics here? Okay, all right, I got it. Where on the other side, they're just standing on what they're standing on. So I don't know if y'all see it that way. Maybe I'm off. I don't know.
They want to focus on violent criminals. We would be happy to help support pursuing, arresting, and deporting them. We've helped past administrations. We'd do that again. If they want to focus on adding more judicial capacity so folks with asylum claims can have those cases heard more quickly, we would support that. What we're not going to do is support deploying the 101st Airborne into American cities to pull 10-year-old kids out of their classrooms in handcuffs. I think that is immoral, that's unconstitutional, and that's un-American. And so I think if that's what they're proposing.
Why do you go to the most extreme example? This is what people are getting tired of. This is what people are starting to wake up and see. Like, y'all tried this already. Y'all said, oh my God, when Donald Trump said that the Haitians were eating cats and dogs, that they were the schools and they were getting bomb threats. And then it comes out that, nah, that was just some Russia or something, some country overseas making the threats. It wasn't a. People are starting to see past all of this BS that these Democratic leaders are spewing. People are starting to see it. So Mark just wrote, there's something about mayors. Name one that isn't an anti-American lunatic. It's like they are field officers in an invading army. This is the same energy. This is the Letitia James energy. Like, here, the people chose Donald Trump as a president. And then you have all of these Democrats, the same people that criticized Donald Trump for January 6th. You have all of these Democrats in positions of power that are pretty much saying, we're standing against Donald Trump before he even gets in office. It's not consistent. It's not consistent, and people are starting to see this BS come out, and I think they're just going to continue to lose more people.
They will find us resisting. If they want to partner on common sense solutions, we'll always be happy to partner.
So if Trump were to order ICE agents, for example, right, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, to go into the state of Colorado to enforce federal law, would you order, Mayor Johnston, your police department to resist them? Or are you speaking at this point more of just an act of, protest resistance? Or would this actually be an order to your police department?
Yeah, we won't use our law enforcement, and we don't think we need to. That's not what we're after. I think America's not after another conflict on this issue. They're after a way to find pragmatic solutions to this problem. And so, to quote Lincoln, we don't think here that might makes right. We think that right makes might. And so if they are going to send the U.S. Army or the Navy SEALs into Denver to pursue folks to pull them off the job at hotels or restaurants where they're working, or pull kids off the soccer field, I think we will see Denverites and folks around the country who will nonviolently resist that, because I think that doesn't represent our values and doesn't represent the Constitution.
So
let me ask a question. What is the Democratic solution? Is the Democratic solution to just leave people here? Like really, what? So you cause a problem. And I know they like to say, well, this has been a problem for a very long time. So y'all quadruple the problem. Your first few days in office, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, y'all get rid of the executive orders that Donald Trump put in play. And the amount of people coming over the border quadruple. The amount of fentanyl coming over the border increases. Y'all create a problem, but only seem to be criticizing the solutions that are presented by another group to fix the problem that y'all created. You will criticize their approach to it, but what is your solution? What is your solution to get some of these people deported? Or do you just want to leave them here? What is your solution? Have they ever presented a solution? So it's very easy to criticize. It's like, can you imagine the audacity to criticize somebody else's approach to fixing a problem that you created, that you don't even have a solution for yourself?
So has your view on the broader situation changed, though? And I understand you're trying to draw a distinction between violent criminals and people who are in the country illegally, but are contributing to society, right? Going to school, working jobs. But is Denver Mayor going to remain a sanctuary city where you do not enforce federal immigration laws? Is there going to be any change to how you are running the city?
We're not changing how we run the city, but it's important that people know what that status means. What that means is that if someone has committed a violent crime, has committed a felony, we do collaborate with federal law enforcement, and we will. What it means we don't do is if someone is driving to work and has a busted taillight on the way, we don't arrest them and connect them to ICE for deportation. We think that's disruptive for families and for residents. I was a high school principal before this, and these are.
So I just want to be clear. So you're saying that if you arrest somebody for a taillight, so this is why they're so out of touch. And we were talking about this yesterday. Child support. I have friends, know people when we were younger. I don't know anybody lately, as of late, I'm being honest. When we were younger, get pulled over or, for whatever reason, the police run their ID. And if they have unpaid child support, they're getting locked up right there off of a busted taillight. I know some people that got busted taillight. Police search the car, they get in trouble because they committed a crime based on the law. So if you can pull somebody over for a taillight and lock them up for unpaid child support and not make any exceptions for them, then I'm just asking, should there, and I'm kind of asking, this is the first time that I even thought about it, because this is the first time that I'm actually hearing him say this. I didn't review this full video. But why should there be an exception for somebody that is in the country illegally? That's a crime, right? That's a crime. There should be an exception. And we say that, we're disrupting their families. So when it's an illegal migrant, we're not going to deport somebody or arrest them when they have a taillight out for somebody that came into the country illegally, because we're going to disrupt their family. But somebody who has a busted taillight, who may be late on some child support payments, we'll lock them up, but not be concerned with the impact that has on the family. Are we beginning to see why the Democrats are losing support? Listen to what they will brag about saying. It's like they don't even think about the people that they're speaking to and how they're going to receive what he just said. Somebody comes into the country illegally. We're not gonna lock you up for a taillight. The busted taillight. We run your ID. We find out that you're here illegally, or you don't have an ID. We find out we're gonna give you a pass. But for somebody who is here legally, and if they have a busted taillight, and if they're late on child support, lock them up. We're not worried about their families. We're just worried about the other family members, the families of the people that are here illegally. Tell me, am I off in how I'm seeing this? I may be off. It's almost to the point where sometimes I sit back and hear some of these politicians talk on the Democratic side, and I'm just like, is it me? Or is what they're saying completely crazy and out of touch?
My students, these are kids who are dreamers, who are playing by the rules, getting jobs, trying to make a life. They're the have daughters who play on our soccer teams or sons who sit in your history classes. We don't think that is the problem.
So are killers. like, do you think that people who commit crimes, that their entire families are criminals? Like, what is going on?
Facing the country. These are 60% of them are working, 25% of them are children. I don't think that is the crisis the country's worried about.
So Trump is now threatening a 25.
Well, you're the one. Maybe if you guys didn't allow so many people to come in, then these people that are here illegally, there wouldn't have been as much of a light shined on them. So maybe we should blame y'all. Maybe they should blame y'all. So if you were here under the radar, doing your thing, contributing to the country, undocumented, so here illegally technically, but contributing to society, doing all these things, maybe you should thank the Democrats, because them opening up the border so much, it's like, you ever been like on the job where you get away with something and now everybody starts doing it and now it's hot and now everything gets shut down. It's like, damn, we had our little thing going and now the rest of you, now you made it too hot. Now the whole thing gets shut down. Blame the Democrats.
5% tariff on Mexico, which of course you've seen. He says he's going to do that until the invasion ends. That's the word he uses. And he says he's going to sign this tariff on his first day, so presumably by his executive order in January. Let me just play what Mexico's president said today, because she responded and she said the tariffs are not going to do it when it comes to cyber.
All right, we're not going to get into that. That's another topic, another show. This is what I do want to get into. Trump meeting with Mark Zuckerberg.
It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.